Hey Amber, how you doing? Hey, I'm looking at your composition here, and yeah, you're looking good, man. You're looking really good. You're showing basically. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I think that the main thing to take out of this class, of course, is proper masking technique, um, among others. But I mean, at a bare bones minimum, I would really, really be disappointed if I were to ever have a student leaving a digital imaging class or image manipulation class without the ability to correctly mask. So you're showing that, so that's outstanding. This piece will grade very well. Let's take a little bit of a closer look though to see how we can even improve it further, okay? Um, Really interesting type technique, really interesting. I'm so proud of you for taking the time and the incentive to go through and really try to do something with the type. Very impressive. Is it the right solution? I don't know yet. We'll talk about that in just one second. The choosing the background image, the spider web, and placing your creature in the spider web, it was a great decision. And that's the thing I'm after in this class, okay? Of course, other than teaching Photoshop. I want you to really start thinking about design. So I think this is great. It's a great, really great solution. Let me see some. Okay. Yeah. I'm seeing that you've got all of these different things, like all of these different balls that you would have as different copies, and that's great. I mean, you're just following. Um, I understand you're just following what you're given in terms of specifications. But one thing that I did want to see is, let me see. Okay, so you got the legs. All right, so that's one. The coil is two. The mouse. Let me see if I can get that mouse in here. Oh, there's the mouse. The mouse is three. The red ball is four. So I was afraid of this, but I'm only seeing four images to comprise your creature, and we need five. So I'll tell you what, can we get some kind of choppers or fangs in there or something else? Let's get this guy something else. Don't get me wrong, this is great. I love the perspective of this guy, this three-quarter looking down. It is an awesome piece. But we need another image, so I guess we could count the background image as the fifth image, but I'd rather have you use all five, and then the background image. Let's talk about the background image. Is it the right image? I don't know. I mean, let me refer to my notes real quick so I can probably make better sense of this. But okay, so we see is it a good background image? The one thing I kept saying to myself when I wanted to talk about background images to students is, does the background image give context to the creature? Or is it just that you found this image and randomly placed it and called it a background? And you're definitely showing context here. You're telling a little story, designed a little narrative along with your creature, and that's great. Is it the correct narrative based on the specifications of the assignment? I don't think it is. Why? Because it's out of context. You are providing a context for the spider being in a web in a tree and what seemingly is the countryside. That's great on a beautiful spring morning. Wonderful. But it's a computer spider. So let's tie that in somehow with placement, okay? I'm saying I think putting him in a spider web outside is the wrong solution. He's still a computer and probably still needs to be associated with, do you understand what I'm saying? Just to tighten up the concept a little bit. Think about it. Type looks good, really good. Like I said, I was really proud of you that you took the time to do this. But I want you to think about the type as well. I'm going to say, yes, great job with the type. Is it the correct solution for this particular piece? Again, I don't think so. I think that you're really ready to get this thing to pop. But again, I'm just not seeing a connection between this type and this creature, other than, of course, the brass color. Do you see what I'm saying? And then tying those three elements in with the background. When you think about it, there's going to be only three main focal elements, and that's going to be the type, the creature, and the background itself. Okay, so those need to work really, really tightly in concert with one another. Okay. Awesome job. Thanks very much, Amber.